All right, Tuesday the 15th, we have full body, 5, 6, or 7 rounds. We have double press, clamshell to raise, single hang and clean press, and leg raise to tuck. So double press, let me take my ring off. Double press, you can do full or half. I'm just gonna show you half. Oh, I can't, okay, again, my wrist. It's always something. So I'm gonna put the weights down. I'm not gonna hold them, which is also an option for you. So that's your double press, clamshell to raise, single hang and clean and press. So from the hang just means you're not going down to the ground. Switch sides, and a leg raise to tuck. Raise, tuck, raise, tuck. Yeah, it's so funny because now I can do a lot of the moves I couldn't do before because of my back, and now I can't do new moves because of my wrist. So, double press. So what I was just saying was, when you do these, normally you hold on to the weights the entire time. If your weights are like rounded, or they're gonna, roll out from under your hands, or maybe you have bad wrists, or whatever the reason, you don't have to, you can put them down. So normally you would hold them, and then while you're in high plank, you'd still be on them like that. I'm just gonna show you, you can do it that way. I'm gonna show you what I was just talking about, what I was doing. So what I was doing is I was putting the weights down, and then I was reaching. You can do it one of two ways. You can either put them wide and put your hands between, or you can put them more narrow, put your hands on the outside. I think it's easier to put your hands on the outside. So you're gonna get down, hands on the outside of the weights, jump out into high plank, jump back in with wide legs, grab the weight, swing between your legs, press overhead. 1. Weights on the ground, hands on the outside, high plank, wide squat, swing between your legs, overhead. 2. Hands on the outside, high plank, wide squat, swing between your legs, overhead. 3, okay? That is your mid-normal double press. Full double press would be having that full burpee at the bottom. Sorry, there's a hair on my chapstick. There we go. So you would come here and you would go all the way down. So obviously you would need to make sure that your weights are not in the way. Then you would come up and do the same thing. If you need to do off of a chair, you're gonna put the weights on the chair, and you're gonna do a clean and press instead of swinging up, because you're not gonna be able to do the swing because the chair's in the way. So you're gonna put the weights on the chair, put your hands on the outside, jump out into high plank, jump in, but you don't need to have like a wide stance. Grab the weights off the chair, clean, press. 1, 2, 3, okay? So there's 3 different versions on how to do your double press. Clamshell to raise. So clamshell to raise, you're gonna lay on your side like a bathing beauty, and your legs are gonna be stacked and bent, okay? So my heels are probably in line with my butt, all right? So you're gonna open the top leg, that's your clamshell. So this move right here is your clamshell, and then you're just gonna raise your leg exactly how it is up in the air. So I'm raising it bent. That's my raise. Okay, this is my raise. So we do shell, raise, 1, shell, raise, 2, shell, raise, 3, and then you switch sides. So that one, I always feel it on my outer hip butt area, but it probably does work the inside of your leg as well. I just feel like I always feel the burn on the outside first. If you do have a band, you could put it around your knees so that when you open it, and raise it, you're gonna get a lot of resistance. So that would be a good one if you had a resistance band. Okay, single hand clean and press. So I'm sure we've talked about, I don't know if we talked about clean and presses before or just the shoulder press, but basically it's, well, actually what you just did, if you did the modified version off of a chair, what I just showed you for the devil press, the clean and press, that's what we're doing, but we call it from the hang. So if it's power, if you were to see the word power clean and press, that means that I want you to come to the floor, clean and press, return to the floor, clean and press. From the hang means from the hang. So what I always do with these is I go between my legs, clean, press, 1, from the hang, clean, press, 2, from the hang. You can put your arm out. If your weight is heavy enough, usually that helps with the balance a little bit. Hang, clean, press, hang, clean, press. So you just want to make sure with this one that you don't come way in. I mean, you could, because I guess realistically, that's, you know, it's still, you're still going to get the movement done either way, and it would still work your muscle holding. Like if I just sat here and did this, it would still work my muscle. But the point is you don't want to skip the clean. So if you do too much of a swing here, you're not really doing the clean, which is this motion. You're just doing this motion, okay? So it's not a big deal, but ideally you want to come down. So I usually squat into the down. I think that kind of helps me from swinging on the down. So I kind of squat, I just let it hang there. I don't intentionally push it back. I just drop it, up, drop it, squat, up, drop it, up, okay? Drop it, up. So see how I'm not missing that clean right there? I'm still getting that flip with my clean versus going like this. That was all my point was. If you do too much swinging, you're gonna miss the clean. And then you're gonna switch sides. And then our leg raise to tuck is abs. So you're gonna get down. You don't have to put your hands under your butt. I just find that I do, and it just feels better. But so what you're doing is you're gonna start out in front of you, but you're not touching the ground. You're gonna raise your legs up as high as you can. Come back down, not touching the ground. Tuck, don't touch the ground. 1, raise, don't touch the ground. Tuck, don't touch the ground. 2, raise, lower, tuck, lower. 3, raise, lower, tuck. And again, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but with your head. So technically you could do these with your head on the ground. I always am up like this when I do these type of abs. So my shoulders are off the ground, but like my shoulder blades and the rest of my back are still on the ground. So all that really does is add a little bit of extra tension. Like you can feel it. If you take your fingers and put them right under like where your bra is, and there's kind of like a hollow hole right here, if you tense up like that and take your shoulders off the ground, you're gonna feel your abs engage at the top. So for me, it's kind of just like an added extra little bonus. So if I do that, I just wanna make sure that my chin is not tucked down because it's gonna strain your neck. So make sure that your chin is off of your chest. So again, anytime I'm doing anything with abs and my legs going or whatever, I always look up and it adds that extra tension on your abs. But again, you don't have to. You could put your head on the ground and it's fine. Okay, that's your full body.